Laker basketball behind the incomparable leadership of Captain Larry Bird defeat the Los Angeles Lakers to win their 15th NBA championship. Tonight, the first meeting on the new season. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, the best in the West. Against Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, the best in the East. The stage is set. It's the Western Conference leaders, the Lakers, against one of the two NBA's winningest teams, the Boston Celtics. The Los Angeles Lakers are on the air. Exciting NBA action. Brought to you by Toyota, who invite you to see their cars and trucks for 1984. By Adidas, the official shoes and activewear of the Lakers. Catch the spirit of the game with Adidas when you're playing to win. By Stroh's, America's only fire-brewed beer. Fire-brewed for a smoother taste. By Mark C. Bloom, and you can't choose the right tire if you don't have a choice. Mark C. Bloom. By Canon, quality cameras and photographic equipment so advanced. Canon is the world's leader in 35mm photography. By Great Western Savings with over 300 locations and over $22 billion in assets. It's a new brand of banking. By BASF, Chrome Audio and Videotapes. Official tape of the Lakers. BASF, the quality never fades. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Boston Garden, Boston, Massachusetts, it's the Los Angeles Lakers against the defending world champions, the Boston Celtics. For Keith Erickson, I'm Chick Hearn. From the Boston Garden, ladies and gentlemen, evidenced by that beautiful parquet floor. I find more nostalgia here than any place in the world since the destruction of the old Madison Square Garden. This building was constructed in 1928, and part of it is a railroad station, believe it or not. The Lakers come into this ball game after absorbing 2 straight losses, including last night in Milwaukee by 10. The Celtics have not played since last Saturday night when they routed Atlanta at Atlanta before the largest crowd in Atlanta basketball history. Frank Pollock heads up our radio network tonight at KLAC in Los Angeles. Susan Stratton is our producer here. She is not directing, so if you don't get the kind of coverage, directorially speaking, that you're used to, you'll understand why, and Susan is not calling the shots. Scotty Sulky is our associate with Susan Stratton. Jimmy Pells has been flown in from Los Angeles to keep our statistics, and Denora Carrion is up here as our AD. I'm Chick Hearn with Keith Erickson.
Should be a great one tonight, Chick. Really looking forward to this. Celtics have been resting. The Lakers have been on the road and had a very hectic schedule. Boston's won 6 games in a row. Lakers have lost their last 2, Detroit and Milwaukee.
Let me tell you a stat that'll shake you up, including the last 11 games of last year's regular Boston season.
Yes.
In those 11, they were 10-1. This year, they're 32-6. So of their last 49 games, they've won 42.
That's unbelievable.
All right, here are the intros with Byron Scott, the first one out for the Lakers, a 6'4", 197 guard, Arizona State. Magic Johnson will be beside him. Magic, 6'9", 222, 25 years of age, his 6th year. At center, the big fella, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Sans the goggles so far, but he'll get them on by the time the game gets underway. Keith, can you see that monitor?
I can.
Up front, Larry Spriggs from Howard in nearby Washington, D.C., 6'7", 225, 4th year, and James Worthy tells me that his ankle is tender, but he's okay. Michael Cooper's got a slightly sprained thumb. A sore hip belongs to Rambus. Somebody else was hurt. Who was it?
Worthy came down with that ankle.
The coach is Pat Riley in his 4th year. Billy Burke and David Wohl are the assistants, and Gary Beatty is the trainer. The world champion Boston Celtics. They're coached, of course, by Casey Jones, who's in his 2nd year. Jimmy Rogers and Chris Ford are the assistants, and Ray Melchiori is the trainer. Starting in the backcourt is Dennis Johnson from Pepperdine. And at halftime, I've got an interview with Larry Bird, and he says some nice things about Dennis, believe me. Danny Ainge, BYU, 6'5", 185, will pair in the backcourt, and Ainge, they say, has come into his own in this his 4th year. At center, a much underrated player, Robert Parrish from Centenary, 7'1", 230, 31 years of age, 9th year. Starting from North Carolina, Charlotte, Cedric Maxwell, 6'8", 220, his 8th year. He's now 29 years of age. And here is Larry Bird, Indiana State, 6'9", 220. You'll enjoy his halftime chat with us. He made a special effort to get here for us, and we're deeply grateful. We find him to be a most personable young man. And Larry, 6'9", 220 in his 6th year. He is 2 years, in fact, 3 years older than Magic. He's 28. Magic is 25. Keith, are you going to have Johnny Havlicek at halftime?
Supposed to, yes. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but it's been lined up.
Good. The referees for tonight's basketball game are Johnny Vanek and Bruce Alexander. This parquet floor has a certain feel, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. It was really fun tonight to talk to Jim Pells, who's working with us. The first time in the Garden, you know, when you're with somebody for the first time, it's really neat to see their feelings about being in here, the aura that surrounds this building.
It's a great city to see. It was beautiful flying in this morning. The sun was out. It was 5 above 0, bitterly cold and windy, but it was clear. The white caps were on the sea, and as we came over the harbor, I thought it was just an enormous sight.
Yeah, beautiful.
And our hotel, remember we stayed in it last year? The fire bells went off every 2 minutes. This year it's only every 10 minutes. Now we'll have Worthy and Spriggs, Magic Johnson and By Scott, and Kareem at center against Robert Parrish, Larry Bird, Cedric Maxwell, Dennis Johnson, and Danny Ainge. Waiting for it to go up. Kareem tips the ball and gives it to Larry Spriggs, who gives to Magic, and the Lakers will open the 4th quarter with possession. And Magic Johnson guarded by Danny Ainge. Whether that's intentional or otherwise, we don't know, but I think Dennis will take him probably. Now bad pass by Spriggs into the backcourt and out of bounds. I don't think it was deflected. No, it wasn't. Just a horrible pass by Spriggs.
Well, James looked very puzzled on that play. He thought for sure it had been deflected.
All right, Bird brings the ball in. The Lakers are averaging over 19 turnovers a game. Now Dennis Johnson gives to Larry Bird out in front above the three-point line to Dennis, having a good offensive year, and you know he's a great defender.
At that wide
Here's
open.
Bird, one bounce dribble, 16-footer. Nope, he gives off to Ainge for the 20-footer, and Ainge missed the shot. The rebound is to Magic. There goes Spriggs. Magic can't see a passing lane, so he gives to Worthy down the middle, in deep, finger roll, good. A sensational 2-stride job from the free throw line.
He sailed like a 747, James did.
2-0, the Lakers are in front, and Dennis Johnson has the ball. Into the post it goes to Bird. Bird to the dribble, stop, 18-foot jumper and away. That's good. I watched him tonight in practice make 71 straight free throws, and he made 22 straight from the top of the key. Here's Magic's 20-footer outside. That's good. So the two great stars, Magic and Bird, do not disappoint.
No way.
4-2, the Lakers. Long pass into Parrish. Parrish looks back to Ainge, goes to dribble, loses the ball. Is tapped away, and it goes to Worthy to Scott for the slam dunk. Byron slams it. And the Lakers off to a quick start, 6-2. They got off to a quick start in the first game of the World Championship last year. Routed them. Looked like they had the second game won, but you know that story, don't you? Dennis Johnson has the ball in the simulcast. Out in front to Danny Ainge. Down the middle. Stop. 15-footer over Scott. Won't go. Rebound to Kareem up high. His pass is horrible. Intercepted by Dennis Johnson for the 15-footer. That's good. 9-6 to score. We've got the ball to Dennis Johnson. Over to Larry Bird. Into the post to Robert Parrish. Parrish turns. Shoots over Kareem. High arch. 12-footer. No, the rebound is to Spriggs. Fumble. And he fumbled it to a good guy, Magic Johnson. Magic in the front court. The defenders are all back. Cross court to Scott. His 18-foot jumper is good. Byron Scott had a good game last night, and he starts out with 4 quickies tonight. All of the Lakers have scored.